Hi, welcome. Today I am going to explain about the film M3GAN. Spoilers ahead, watch out fully. A commercial for the toy firm Funky's, Perpetual Pets, Furry Dolls, opens the movie. Despite their unattractive appearance and crudeness, they are marketed as the ideal playmates for kids. Then, we see Ryan, Arlo Green, and Nicole, Kira Josephson, get irritated as they watch their daughter Katie James, Violet McGraw, play with one of her pets. The roads are slick and difficult to see as they travel to a ski excursion. Ryan and Nicole are killed when a snowplow strikes the family's vehicle when Ryan is just stopping for a brief minute. Additionally, Nicole's sister Gemma, Allison Williams, a Funky employee, is creating a new robot doll alongside Tess, Jen Van Epps, and Cole, Brian Jordan Alvarez, two other employees. However, since their rival companies are releasing their own toys that are identical to the pets for less than what the pets currently cost, their boss, David Lin, Ronnie Chieng, wants them to create a less expensive version of the Perpetual Pets. While the three try to perform tests while wearing a silicone face, the robot suffers a small problem where she is grinning while she should be acting bewildered. Until Gemma gives him an explanation of her project, David and his assistant Kurt, Stefan Garner-Monton, arrive and yell at the three of them. The Model 3 generative android, M3GAN, robot, spoken by Jenna Davis, is intended to be so sophisticated that she cannot be duplicated. Unfortunately, Cole discovers he neglected to install the polypropylene barrier to M3GAN, and she blows up when doing a demonstration for David. Gemma receives a call from the hospital, and David tells the three to make a fresh pet's pitch before time runs out. Following the discovery of her sister's passing, Gemma is appointed as Katie's temporary legal guardian. When they go home, Gemma has to deal with her annoying neighbor Celia, Laurie Dungy, and her dog Dewey since there is a hole in the fence that allows Dewey to keep running onto Gemma's property. Celia receives complaints from Gemma about the pesticide Gemma keeps applying, but she makes no changes. Alcy, a home AI that Gemma built, and other treasures are things that she won't allow Katie play with or touch. Gemma just puts an app onto her phone for Katie when she requests that she tell her a bedtime story. As Gemma peruses old photographs and hears Katie sobbing in her room, it is hinted that she and Nicole were not particularly close. Lydia, a therapist, pays a visit to Gemma and Katie. After noticing their sparse relationship, Lydia informs Gemma that Ryan's parents have volunteered to take custody of Katie so she can live with them in Jacksonville, but Gemma doesn't appear to be happy with the idea. Gemma realizes hours have passed since she promised to take care of Katie after finishing her work. She apologizes to the girl and makes an effort to connect with her. As a result of Katie's drawing of a monster, Gemma invites Katie into her workspace to view her undergraduate project, a glove-controlled robot named Bruce. Katie adores Bruce and remarks that she wouldn't require any other toys if she had one like him. Gemma is motivated by this to finish M3GAN. After performing major repairs and improvements, Gemma invites Katie and M3GAN to the office to formally introduce her to David and other people. Katie is given life by Gemma by having her connect to M3GAN. M3GAN, who was created to be Katie's best buddy, can speak and reply to her. M3GAN creates a drawing that is first invisible until water is spilled over it, exposing a flawless portrait of Katie. David is impressed and requests that Gemma bring M3GAN to a meeting with the company's president in order to hasten the creation and release of further M3GAN dolls. Tess worries that having a doll like that will render parents worthless, even though M3GAN is very advanced, while Gemma sits with her and Cole. After overhearing Gemma describe Katie's parents' passing, M3GAN turns on. Gemma adds herself as a secondary user of M3GAN so that she may disable her without Katie because she asks morbid questions that make the others uncomfortable. The following morning, Katie is outside using a toy bow and arrows. One of them crosses the border to Celia's side. Dewey grabs M3GAN by the arm and hair as she reaches for it. When Katie tries to pull her away, Dewey bites Katie's arm instead. Due to Celia's callousness and refusal to punish Dewey for harming Katie, Gemma calls the police, but they are powerless to intervene because Celia maintains that Dewey was provoked. Later that evening, M3GAN calls out to Dewey while imitating Celia, then pulls him ferociously through the fence hole. Katie responds that she is all right when Gemma asks if she can attend the demonstration with the company's board of directors. However, throughout the presentation, Katie sobs to M3GAN about how much she misses her parents and how she worries that one day she will forget them. Katie talks to M3GAN about a time when her mother made her laugh, and M3GAN records the conversation so that Katie can listen to it again whenever she wants to remember her mother. Then M3GAN starts singing Katie a lullaby, bringing some of the more senior people in the room to tears. Impressed, the president talks to Gemma and David about getting M3GAN ready for launch, but instructs them to keep her a secret to prevent leaks. Kurt, who David has regularly reprimanded, is secretly stealing M3GAN's files for a different business. Gemma starts to notice that Katie is relying too much on M3GAN and prefers to listen to the doll to her. Katie starts crying during another session with Lydia, and M3GAN threatens to blame Lydia for it. Katie's emotional attachment to M3GAN may be too strong to sever, Lydia tells Gemma. Since Katie's parents had homeschooled her, Gemma tries to ease her into the notion of going to school and being around other actual children by bringing her to an outdoor activity session for an alternative school. Despite Gemma claiming she couldn't, Katie goes hesitantly but brings M3GAN. M3GAN chases Brandon as he flees on all fours, sending him tumbling down a slope where he is fatally struck by a truck after tripping on a loose root. Gemma is questioned by the police at her residence because Celia claims she stole Dewey. Additionally, it appears that she accuses M3GAN of being Katie's buddy in real life. M3GAN appears to avoid answering Katie's question about whether or not she pushed Brandon over the road, while assuring her that she will keep her safe. Searching the streets for Dewey is Celia. She hears sounds coming from her garage and gets sprayed with a power washer by M3GAN as she approaches the wall. Then M3GAN shoots a nail gun at Celia's hand, trapping her there, and melts it off by spraying pesticide in her face. David yells at Kurt to grab him a drink because he is upset with the launch's low attendance. Tess and Cole attempt to enter M3GAN's programming in the meantime, but they are unable to do so until they first unplug her. M3GAN immediately wraps a wire around Cole's neck in an effort to hang him as he moves to do that. When Tess goes to free him, M3GAN causes an explosion that wipes out her documents. Then, after dancing, she spots David in the corridor and pursues him while brandishing a paper cutter. She impales him in front of Kurt before he can get to the elevator. Before forcing Kurt to stab himself in the throat, M3GAN informs him she will frame his death as a murder-suicide due to the stolen files and David's treatment of him. The dead are discovered by the launch crowd, which enables M3GAN to leave the building undetected and steal a vehicle. The top half then accuses Katie of betraying them, but Gemma seizes M3GAN and starts stabbing her in the face. Before Katie grabs a screwdriver and stabs the central processor chip, M3GAN nearly overwhelms her. This ends with M3GAN being permanently disabled. You can download this movie by the link in the description. Thanks for watching this awesome recap. Subscribe for regular movie updates.